Okay, good morning. My name is Dr. Shamsuddin Bello, and you're welcome to PLBC virtual simulation class. Today we're going to take English, and the topic for today will be comprehension. Now, what is comprehension? Comprehension is a topic in language which allows you to understand passages, which allows you to comprehend what you read. It's from the word comprehend. Comprehend means to understand. Now, comprehension is designed for schools so that students will be prepared on how to read passages, respond to passages, and understand what they have read, and understand what they have actually read. So that is the whole purpose of comprehension. Going forward, you'll be faced with a situation where whatever you do will require your ability to read and understand passages. In every subject you will be reading essays, and you'll be required to make sense of that essay. So today we have selected a particular essay, a very interesting one, and we're going to read with you in class, and we're going to attempt to answer the questions. But before then, let us understand the basic tips of comprehension. Now, what are these basic tips? There is no one way of attempting a comprehension question. Although the exam comes in so many ways, and you'll be required to limit yourself to a particular time, but then there is no one way of attempting a comprehension passage. But there are tips, there are strategies you can deploy. Some teachers will say you need to read the passage again and again before you'll be able to answer the questions that follow. Some will say all you have to do is read the passage once and then you attempt the questions that follow. Whichever design you follow, whichever strategy you follow, you must understand that whenever you are reading, you are constrained by time. You are constrained by time. As such, you need to be able to harmonize the time so that you'll be able to read the passage once or twice and answer the question without wasting much time. Now, this prepares you for reading in the future. It prepares you for reading in the future. Now, the comprehension passage we're going to read today is the chicken that flew. The chicken that flew. What is a chicken? And do chickens fly? Chickens do not fly. Maybe they attempt to fly, they attempt to flap their wings, but they cannot fly. Now, we're going to read a passage about a Ghanaian man who was notable for having invented the saying that if you educate a man, you educate an individual, and if you educate a woman, you educate a community, you educate a nation, and you educate the world. Now, we're going to read the passage and then attempt to answer the questions that follow. And it goes like this. One day, while walking through the forest near his home, a farmer came across a young eagle. I hope you're following. You will need to follow the passage carefully, the story carefully, so that you'll be able to understand what we're talking about. One day, while walking through the forest near his home, a farmer came across a young eagle. He caught it, took it home, and put it among the fowls, dogs, and turkeys in his yard. It soon learned to be chicken free and to behave as chickens behave, even though it was an eagle, the king of the birds. A few years later, a scientist came to see him. Passing through his yard, he said, "That bird is an eagle, not a chicken." "Yes," said the farmer, "but giving it chicken feed and training to be a chicken, it is no longer an eagle." "Impossible," explained the scientist. "It is an eagle still. It has the heart of an eagle. It will make it soar high into the heavens." "Ah, no," replied the father. "It is a chicken and it will never fly." They talked it over, then agreed to test the bird. Gently, the scientist picked up the eagle, held it up and said, "Eagle, you are an eagle. You belong to the sky and not to this earth. Stretch your wings and fly." The eagle, however, was confused. He did not know who he was. And seeing the chickens eating their food, down he jumped to join them again. The owner said, "I told you it is a chicken, even though it measures 15 feet from tip to tip of its wings." "No," said the scientist, "it is an eagle. Give it another chance tomorrow." So the next day, the scientists took the eagle up onto the roof of the house and tried again. But the eagle, afraid of his own self, behaved as before. Once again, the owner said, "I told you it is a chicken." "No," said the scientist, "it is an eagle, and it still has the heart of an eagle." The next morning, the scientists woke up very early and took the eagle out of the yard, far away from any buildings to the foot of a high mountain. The sun was just rising, lighting the top of the mountain with gold, and every cloud was glistening in the joy of that beautiful morning. He held the eagle high above him and encouraged it again, saying, "Eagle, you are an eagle. You belong to the sky and not to this earth. Stretch your wings and fly." The eagle looked around, back toward the yard and up to the sky. It trembled as if new light were coming to it. Slowly, it stretched its wings, looked towards the sun, and with the triumphant screech of an eagle, soared away into the heavens, never to return. Now, people of Africa, we were created in the image of God, but men have made us think that we are chickens, and we still think we are, but we are eagles. Stretch your wings and fly. Now, this is a short of the passages. This is one of the shortest passages you find when you're dealing with SS3 syllabus. Now, we selected this in order to be able to attempt some of the questions because it is interesting, because it is about us as Africans, and because it is about our ability to know ourselves, the realization that we are not chickens, that we are something more than chickens. The realization that somebody somewhere had made us think that we are chickens, but then we are not chickens. So, having read through the passage, we're going to read some of the questions so that we'll be able to attempt it. As I said, all you have to do is read the passage once, then pick a question. The first question, then go back to the passage to look for the answer in the passage. But sometimes you don't have to go back again. So there are people who can still remember the story offhand. They can still remember the story offhand, and they'll be able to attempt the question without necessarily going back to the passage. But there are instances where you'll be prepared to give exact words. So as such, in that situation, you will have to go back to the passage again before you'll be able to answer the question. We'll see situations of that nature as we attempt the questions. Now, have you all listened to the story about the chicken that knew how to fly? What do you know about eagles? What do you know about eagles? Eagles can fly. They have a very long wings, 12 feet inch to inch. It has wings that are bigger than chickens, right? So that is why it can fly, and that is why it is called the king of the birds. But chickens cannot fly. We keep them at home in pens. They roam around the compound and they cannot fly. So what happens when you put an eagle in the midst of chickens? You rob it of its potentials to fly. And the scientist in the story was trying to prove to the farmer that no matter what you do to the eagle will still fly because it is in its own habit to fly. Right, now let's look at the first question. Now, which is the correct answer? Which is the correct answer among the following? The story is about a chicken that learned to fly. 1. The story is about a farmer who did not want the eagle to eat his chickens. 2. 3. The story is about an eagle that believed it was a chicken. Now, which do you think is about the story? Which among the options do you think summarizes the story? I'll take it again. The first option, the story is about a chicken that learned to fly. The second option, the story is about a farmer who did not want the eagle to eat his chickens. Option number 3, the story is about an eagle that believed it was a chicken. Now, what would you choose? Option 1, 2, or 3? Which one would you choose? Yes? I can hear you. 2, 3. The story is about an eagle that believed it was a chicken. Correct answer. The whole story revolves around an eagle who was put in a bird. in a compound by a farmer, and the eagle was eating chicken feed, and it thought it was a chicken. So the story is about an eagle that thought it was a chicken. Now, that's a correct answer, right? So as I said earlier, sometimes you don't have to go back to the passage to get the answer. That saves you a lot of time. Your ability to comprehend and retain what you have read is very important as far as comprehension is concerned. Right, now we go to the next question. Which group of words is the best group of keywords to use in the summary of the story? I hope you know what summary is. A summary is what the story is all about in few words. What the story is all about in few words. Now we have about 7 paragraphs in the story, but then we are faced with 3 sentences, and out of the 3 sentences, we're going to choose 1 sentence that summarizes the whole story. So I'll give you the options, and we'll see if you can remember without necessarily going back to the passage. Now, option number 1, chicken, farmer, scientist, eagle, mountain. Chicken, farmer, scientist, eagle, mountain. Right, that's option number 1. Let me write it down for you. Chicken, farmer, scientist, eagle, and mountain. This is option number 1. Now we go to option number 2. Eagle, test, heart, fly. Now we go to option number 3. Scientist, eagle, mountain, and sun. Now, which of all these 3 do you think best summarizes the passage? Number 1, chicken, farmer, scientist, eagle, mountain. Now, option number 2, chicken, eagle, pest, heart, fly. And option number 3, scientist, eagle, mountain, and sun. Now, which one do you think best summarizes the passage? Yes? Number 1, the story is about a chicken and a farmer, then the scientist came, and then the eagle, and then the mountain. But there's something is missing. Something is missing. Right? Yes? Number 2. First there was a chicken, because there was a bird, and then the eagle joined the chickens, and then the scientist came and tested the eagle, and then it realizes at the end that after 3 tests that the eagle still has the heart of an eagle, and finally the eagle learned how to fly. Now, option number 2 best summarizes the passage, because it starts with the chicken, then the eagle came along, then the scientist came and tested the eagle, then the eagle realized its potential in its heart, then the eagle learned to fly. Right. Now, we go to the next question. Why did the eagle fly the first time the scientist asked it to? Why did the eagle fly the first time the scientist asked it to fly? Why did the eagle fly the first time the scientist asked it to fly? Why did it fly? Why did it fly? Maybe you can go back to the passage and see why did it fly the first time it was asked to fly. Well, right. The first time the scientist tried, the eagle did not fly. The second time, the eagle did not fly. The scientist had to take it up the mountain before the eagle could fly. So why didn't the eagle fly the first time the scientist asked it to fly? Okay? Any idea? Because when we took it, it was on his arm, but then it saw the chickens eating, and then it came down. It didn't want to fly. So why did it want to fly? Why didn't it want to fly? In this case, you have no options. What matters is your ability to remember the story. In this case, you have to possibly go back to the story, read about the first attempt. You don't have to read the whole passage again. All you have to do is read the first 1 or 2 paragraphs to know what happened when the scientists tried the eagle the first time. And it did not fly. Why? Because it thought it was a chicken. It did not fly because it thought it was a chicken. That was why it could not fly. And that was why, because it has been eating chicken free. It has been living with the chicken. So it thought it was an eagle because it has wings and chickens have wings. So it thought it was what? Simply a chicken, so it could not fly. So the eagle could not fly for the first time because it thought it was a chicken. It thought it was a chicken. Now, we go to the next one. Find a clue in the passage that tells you that it was easy to see that the eagle was not a chicken. Now, in this case, you have to go back to the passage to find a clue. Possibly you need to quote from the passage. The reason why, as I said, the eagle was not a chicken. Why was it that the eagle was not a chicken? The scientist was talking about the wings of the eagle. The wings of the eagle measuring 12 feet from inch to inch, and which is bigger than the wing of any chicken. If you have seen the picture of an eagle, you will see that it has very, very tall wings. In fact, it was from the image of the eagle that the aeroplane was invented. Scientists looked at how the eagle's screech run for a very long distance before it begins to flap its wings to fly. So it has long wings that chickens do not have. So that was the clue in the passage that tells us that the eagle is not a chicken. The eagle is not a chicken. So in this case, you need to go back to the passage to ascertain that. So we go to the next one. Quote a sentence from the story to show that the scientists believe that the eagle could still behave like an eagle. Now, there is the need in this case to go back to the passage, to quote directly. When they say quote, that means you need to quote word for word. You need to quote word for word from the passage. Why the scientists believe that the eagle could still behave like an eagle. Right? And it says in the passage that the eagle believed it was still an eagle because it has the heart of an eagle. So according to the passage, it reads, it's an eagle and it still has the heart of an eagle. It's an eagle. This is a clue. It is an eagle and it still has the heart of an eagle. This brings us to this part of the story. The belief that I am an eagle. It is an eagle and it still has the heart of an eagle. So no matter what we do to the eagle, it will still fly someday. Right. Now we go to the next one. What a sentence from the story. Okay. I think we treated that. We go to the next one. The eagle didn't fly the second time the scientists tried to persuade it because it was afraid of its unknown self. Afraid of its unknown self. What do the quoted words from the passage mean? Choose the best answer. It could not fly the second time because it was afraid of its unknown self. Now what does it mean? 1. The eagle was afraid of the scientists. 2. The eagle was afraid of losing its friends in the yard, the chickens. 3. The eagle was afraid of testing its own power to fly. Now, which one is the best answer? The eagle was afraid of the scientists. The eagle wasn't afraid of the scientists because the scientists picked it up about 2 or 3 times, so it wasn't afraid of the scientists. So this knocks it out. Now, the second one, the eagle was afraid of losing its friends in the yard. Was it really afraid of losing the chickens? He didn't know the chickens before. So this is definitely not our answer. Now, the third one, which is our answer, is that the eagle was afraid of testing its own power to fly. Now, it has the heart, but it's afraid of testing its own power to fly. Now, that's our answer. Now, we go to the next one. Which sentence, repeated in the story, carries the message that Dr. Agnew wanted to leave with his people? And who are his people? The Ghanaian people. What message does the story writer, does Dr. Agnew want to leave to the Ghanaian people? Right? And you may need to quote from the passage as well in this case. Or best paraphrase. When you paraphrase, you put it in your own words, and the message is simple: stretch your wings and fly. The message is simple: stretch your wings and fly. He's speaking not to the Igbo in this case, he's speaking to the Ghanaian people that the potentials is there, it's in them. So all we have to do is to unlock those potentials, is to stretch their wings and fly. The eagle did not know it could fly, but it is that potential. It is a potential that it has. So all it had to do was to try its wings. Some of us are constrained because we've not tried something new. That is the message that Dr. Alvey wanted to leave to his own people. Now, we'll go to the next one. Explain the literal or stated meaning of this sentence. Now, what is the literal meaning? What is the literal meaning of the sentence? When we say literal meaning, you are talking about what? You are talking about the meaning in the passage. The meaning in the passage. Right? The literal meaning is the eagle should stretch its wings and fly. The eagle should stretch its wings and fly. In this case also, you may need to quote from the passage. Or you may need to at least paraphrase from the passage. You don't have to rely on your memory here. You just go back to the passage and you then actually get your answer from there. So the literal meaning is that the eagle should stretch its wings and fly. Now that takes us to the next question. Explain the implied meaning of the sentence. Now, implied meaning in this case means what does the statement mean apart from its literal interpretation? It means simply that as Africans, we shouldn't be defined by somebody else. We shouldn't be allowed to think that we cannot do something. We have the ability to do anything we want to do. All we have to do is try. Be like the eagle. Try our ways. Try our ways. And the last question in the passage is synonyms. Synonyms. Now, you'll find some words that are actually colored in red in the passage, and we have about 5 of them, and we're asking for the synonyms of these words. The first one is puzzled. Puzzled, we know what synonym is. Words that are similar in meaning, not exactly the same, but similar in meaning. Now, puzzled is the first word. Now, what is the synonym of puzzled? What is the synonym of puzzled? Puzzled. From the word puzzle. Puzzled from the word puzzle. Puzzled from the word puzzle. Puzzle means to be confused. So that's the synonym for what? That's a synonym for what? That's the synonym for puzzled, confused. Puzzle can be replaced with confused in the past. But you need to understand that it's not every synonym that you can use to replace. It must be able to fit in the context. Now, the second one is fly. Fly. What's the synonym of fly? What's the synonym of fly? What's the synonym of fly? Yes? Shake from the word shake. We have the present tense shake and the past tense is shook. Shook. Now what's the synonym of shook in the passage? Synonym. Have you heard of the word tremble? Tremble. Now tremble can be used to replace shake, and then trembled can be used to replace shook. Right? So you need to look for the closest synonym. The closest synonym. And the next one is taught. I'm sure you can give me a synonym of taught, right? Taught. The past tense of teach. Right? Train is the present tense of what? The present tense of teach. Now, what is the past tense of train? What is the past tense of train? The past tense of train becomes trained. Because we use shook in the past, we need a word, a synonym that can replace it, and which should be also in the past tense. So we have what? We have trained. And the last one is victorious. Victorious from the word victory, or from the earliest word victor. Victor is the person who wins. Victory is to win something. Now, victorious, we are looking for synonym for victorious as the last one. Synonym for victorious. Triumph. Triumph is another word. Triumph is another word for winning, for overcoming something. To overcome something. So you have triumph. Now, based on the passage, we cannot use triumph, but we can use the past tense of triumph, which gives us what? Triumphed. Which gives us what? Which gives us triumphed. And that word can fit in the passage perfectly. Now, this is what comprehension is all about. Your ability to comprehend the story, your ability to remember the story and answer questions based on what you have read. Now, whatever subject you're reading, you are testing your comprehension. That is why comprehension is very important as far as learning is actually concerned. And that is why comprehension passages are meant to train you on how to read, how to assimilate what you read, and how to retain what you read, and lastly, how to respond to what you have read. Now, this is as far as we can cover for today. So, I will see you next time. Thank you.